Alright, so let's have the dirty discussion. Canon or Sony? I'm gonna let you know from the beginning, the get-go, like Sony. And if you're triggered by that, then that's good. I am a former Canon user. I actually switched to Sony because of the video quality. I mean, I didn't have the best camera of Canons. I don't have the best Canon camera, so it's not going to translate correctly. But I still love my Sony 10 times better than my Canon. Pros and cons of a Sony camera. I have a little list here. So the pros: amazing autofocus. I'll show you right now. Boom, focus. Now my Canon that I had, which was a Rebel T7, the EOS Rebel T7, did not have any continuous autofocusing within the video mode. I had to set focus and then just hope everything was in focus whenever I was shooting. Not to mention it didn't have a flip out LCD monitor. With this one, the Sony, I'm looking at myself right now. I know that I'm in focus. So Sony also is extremely customizable. There are multiple customizable buttons that you can just switch over to different, not buttons. I don't know, on some of the cameras there's buttons and some of them there's like on the dial you have 1, 2, 3 or whatever. All those are customizable. You can just put them to a quick setting for a certain type of video you want, certain frame rate, certain, it's a lot easier. You just switch right to it. It does take setting up though. So it just has a better quality in the build of the camera, I think, in Sony's cameras. Not to mention the style. I love the style of Sony cameras. Like, it's just sexy. Alright, so this one's a very common one. The Sonys are great in low light, and this is very true because I tried doing stuff in low light with my Canon and it did not work out well. So Sony has outperformed on that. Very good. Now let's go on to the cons for Sony. I can only think of one. It's hard to learn how to use. Now let's go on to pros and cons of Canon cameras. So the pros, they are super easy to understand. Like I said, if you're a beginner and you've never touched a camera before, buy a Canon. I'm sorry, Sony, but buy a Canon. Canons are super easy to learn with, and that's what I learned with, and I got pretty good with that camera, and I'm good with that camera. Very comfortable. So yeah, that's pretty much all the pros I can think of. Cons, for, like I said earlier, my Canon didn't have autofocusing. So it would autofocus for photos, which is if you're just doing photography, Canon is amazing. It's amazing. My camera in there is amazing. But if you want to do low light photography, go Sony. Sorry, it's true. That's really it, guys. If you're a beginner just learning, get Canon. If you want to do low light photography without cranking your shutter all the way down, like into the 30-second long exposure type thing, then go with Sony. And if you're doing video, Sony. I'm sorry, Sony is just 10 times better on video, and I would not advise getting a expensive camera for your first one. Get a cheap one and then find out that you like it, and then go from there. I got a $500 camera and now I'm shooting on a almost $3,000 setup. Alright, that's it for today's video. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment if you are frustrated with me and my opinions on Sony or Canon. And we don't talk about Nikon on this channel, so catch you next time.